Hi, Naneki. Welcome in. How nice of you to drop by. I hope you had a nice stream. I know the Blue Babs wasn't able to come to your stream because a certain cat was streaming. Hello, Chunky. Nice to see you too. I heard you've been fishing. Are you going to share? I don't know if the cat will like that. You might call it abuse. But I hope you caught a lot of good fish. I hope it was yummy. It's been a while, so I thought maybe I'll bring her back. Maybe I'll bring Emmy back. Hello, Echo. Long time no see. You sweet doll, girl. Sweet, sweet doll. He calls not playing games with him abuse, huh? Maybe he needs a punishment. It was delicious? Sashimi, maybe? Thank you for sharing. I missed you, Echo. Looks like you're picking a fight with him. Yeah, that is true. You pick a fight with yourself. That's valid. I hope you all been doing well, including the cat. I hope your stream was well too. Yaki, what is that emote? It seems like you're bullying. Yeah, as you can see, I have lace over my eyes. My tracking is not the best right now, and I don't know why. I tried messing with it, but I'm not too tech savvy, for I am only a spider living in a cave. A cave that has been hijacked and taken over by two annoying tarantulas. I have no choice. I'm not that tech savvy. Maybe I'll figure it out one day. But for now, technically you can still see me. Hope you don't mind. And thank you for the stretch. As you can see, we're doing a visual novel today, as per usual. Something calm, something soft, something ASMR, even though it's not really, but people have been saying.
Raiders!
Oh, it's Martini. My magical Martini. I heard a lot about you. Let me give you a shout out. How nice of you to bring your friends over. It's an honor to meet them at Martini. I'm good. I heard a lot about you from Vanilla. Producer, thank you so much for the hydrate. Hope it was nice things. Don't worry, Vanilla adores you. I've only heard good things. You're very kind to the little tarantula. My name is Emerald, but you can call me Emmy. I occasionally stop by and take over the channel. Hope you don't mind, but it's very nice meeting you for the first time. Hello there.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Crystal Cave.
Ra. Thank you so much for the follow. What was that, Chunky? Yeah, very nice to meet you too, Martini. Spider VTuber, I love spider. Yeah, I am a spider. My name is Emerald. Chocola and Vanilla are the true owners of this channel, and they are both Mbalfori tarantulas. You'll see them when you see them. They come by pretty often, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, it's giving Overlord BGM. Do I seem like the villain? Guardian of a floor. I'm the owner of this cave. All the crystals are mine. Happy I got to raid. Feels like our stream times don't often overlap. That is true. And thank you so much for choosing us to raid as well. I really appreciate it, Martini. Truly so kind. Yeah, time zones are horrible. I don't usually stream this late, but on special occasions, I do. But today is not a special occasion, so we'll just ignore that. Seem more like a calming cold breeze, very soothing and comforting, best way to relax. I'm glad you think so. Everyone is asleep right now, so I'm taking over the computer. Thank you for making it work, Martini. Vanilla is very, very excited to play with you again. Today we're doing a visual novel playthrough, but it's a demo. We saw this demo post on Twitter. The name of this game is Diffraction. Never heard anything of it. We just saw the promo page and thought the art is very pretty. And that's it. That's how it got us. Then we started downloading it. The demo, that is. Huh? Well, thank you, Martini. Yeah, pretty art visual novels, definitely. Thank you, Echo. You have fun now. And Martini, remember to stretch and hydrate if you haven't. You've done very well on your stream, I'm sure. Now it's time for you to rest. The art is how I choose most games, so hey. Indeed. We have similar taste. Bye, Echo. See you later. Yeah, let's go into it, shall we? Just move myself. Time for post-care shenanigans, right? Thank you, Ra. So this game is... the developer is Rain Droplet Atelier, and they do have a Twitter, and their Twitter, I believe, Diffraction VN, if you look them up. Just the homepage makes me want to get it. It's really pretty. It's really aesthetically pleasing to look at. Go check them out. Indeed. So, a little synopsis from the Steam page. Diffraction It's a quiet coming-of-age story about how photography changed the lives of 3 people in a rainy small town and the paths in life took with it. So it seems like a very simple, but maybe wholesome. Who knows? I don't know too much about it, so let's go into it together, shall we? Let's name ourselves. So it looks like the player can only be she, her. It's okay. I'll leave Fane in your capable hands, alright? Alright. I gotta go, or I'll lose the duck. What? You can't. And he's already gone. Figures. Came all the way up a mountain, and he abandons us to go on a literal wild goose chase. Hey Fane, you okay with this? I think it was a wild duck chase. A wild duck? That's really not the point here. What is the point then? Never mind. You don't have a camera, right? Are you just using your phone or something? I'm okay with anything. I'll just watch. The art is very pretty. Why are you taking a picture of me? 'Cause you have to participate somehow here. How are you going to learn to be a famous photographer at this rate? I don't take pictures though. Maybe you don't. I do. I'll be a super famous photographer one day. That sounds cool. I'm sure you'll be great. Are you trying to make fun of me? No. You could do it. Oh. What if I said I want to be a well-known influencer too? You'll do amazing for sure. What if I wanted to be a T-Rex? Looks like MC is really silly. It's okay, we love silly. I heard they sell those blow-up dinosaur costumes in the next town over. Ah, jeez. Miss Emmy? Miss Emmy? Are you alright? Ah, stupid. Why am I daydreaming at a time like this? I don't know. Hi, Weeping. Nice to see you. How are you, Weeping? I'm just going to pretend I know what I'm doing. Yes, of course. So you don't have any questions? Questions? Questions about what? The woman looks at me with a scrutinizing gaze before sighing. Perhaps you're more suited elsewhere. Having some photography skills isn't going to cut it if the only thing backing you up is 3 years of social media experience. And poor listening skills. Guess I shouldn't have lied. I see. Thank you for your time then. You know, I'd be quite happy to give you a chance despite your bland, boring portfolio. But you need to want it, to have a passion for it. Our biggest clients all want tasteful, cultured, body shots of themselves, and we are a discreet studio dedicated to art. Hi, Godzilla.
I'm a fire Malaysia!
That's vanilla, alright. How are you, Godzilla? I'm doing very well. It's nice seeing you again. I hope you're having a fine evening. Hi, Happy. Nice to see you. Unfortunately, today is not vanilla. My name is Emerald. I heard a lot about you from Vanilla though. You can call me Emmy for short. How are you doing, Happy? Seems like maybe Happy and Martini might be in the same time zone. Perhaps? Hi, Happy. You can call me Emmy. Not my full legal name. But it's up to you. I'm doing okay, just woke up from a nap. Oh, how nice. I hope you had a wonderful nap. I heard a bit about you, and all I gotta say. And you heard a little bit about me? Isn't this the first time we met? What are you? Smart talker? I don't know, Martini, are you in the same time zone as Happy? Wait, weren't you the girl zoning out just a few booths over? Ah yes, we're playing a visual novel. I hope you don't mind a lot of talking. Oh, are you in a different time zone? My apology. I just assumed. Oh really? I just thought because you guys hang out really often. Or that's what it seems like. I think all the Repo collabers were in different time zones. It's true. We are Pacific Standard Time. Vanilla, that is. How does he know that? Yeah, it's definitely you. Not many people with pink hair around here. Your EST? Ah, I see. I have quite a few friends that are EST as well. Alright, guys. Which one was it again? Yeah, it was this one. Sorry you can't see my eyes today. My tracking's a little weird, so you'll only see my lace for now. Also, Emmy, I got to ask, who is a better Mahjong player, you or Vanilla? I don't play Mahjong. Vanilla and Choco does, though. You can ask them. But in this case, I guess Vanilla is more knowledgeable. Oh, you're MST. Wow. Looks like we are all different. I love it. All the time zones from coast to coast, indeed. Have you played Mahjong before, Happy? He flips carelessly through my portfolio with one hand. You have no real skills besides playing around on social media, and you apparently have no passion if you can't even listen to passionate people. No skills, no passion, no culture. I'll never work with you. Can't be serious. Weeping, you're so cute. How are you, Weeping? How's work? Wow, your portfolio is excellent. Wait, what? I know how to play, but points escape me. Oh, don't worry. Sometimes when you play Mahjong, just have fun with it. Point systems can be quite confusing. Bing is doing everything. See. Oh, look who it is. Irene, how are you? Win, have you ever seen this model before? Everybody's free this evening, isn't it? course. Green. That's red. One screen again. This one. Of course, Chunky. I hope you're having a lovely week, Queen. Yes, I think we could definitely offer you a place on our internship program. Really? Can't pay you, of course, but you'll get a whole lot of exposure and work experience. That's how all the companies get you to work for free. Disgusting. Should have known. You don't even have to listen to me all the time. We're really casual here. Promise. Oh, come on. Not this again. See? You're already doing it. We'll get along great. I'll give it some thought. Thanks. No. Nothing but rejections. Was told applying at job fairs was supposed to be easier. But that's not true at all. At least email rejections aren't as brutal. This was such a waste of time. I should just steer clear of Mr. Cultured Booth as much as possible. I must depart, but you have convinced me to wishlist the game and download and install the demo. I'm so glad. Alright, Martini, you have a very lovely evening and night. Hope you get some good rest. We'll talk soon. Yeah, thank you for your raid again. Same here. Nice to meet you. How are you doing in this fine evening? Very well. Because I have you guys here. Makes things more enjoyable. We're just playing a visual novel. Something we've never touched before, I think. This is probably less chaotic and more beautiful. It's a demo game though. Another day, another disappointment, I guess. That sounds cool. I'm sure you'll be great. Great my butt. I wonder what that boy would think if he saw me today. Would he still think I'm doing great? What a silly thought. Thinking about some kid after all this time. But it's a bit sad. I remember what he said perfectly. I can't quite remember his name. I swear it started with F. What was it? Bang? No. It could be Frank. Maybe it was more of a Finn. Wait. Isn't that Lane? Hey. I really like those little sound effects they had in between. Hi, Annie. Oh, sweetheart. How are you, Annie? Let me give you a shout out. How are you, Annie? It's really nice to see you. Hope you're taking care of yourself. My quiet exclamation is lost in a noisy crowd, as is the sudden flicker of all too familiar face in the distance. Oh no, your tummy hurt? I'm so sorry. No, you're the cute. Hope you get better soon. Tummy hurting is not a good experience. I'm so sorry. You're welcome to stay if I'm able to distract you a little. And how dost thou fare, noble friend? Is thy heart light and thy spirits high? What are you and me? Suddenly doing Shakespeare? Ah, yes. Yes. Thy spirit's definitely high. That's so cute of you. Without realizing, I take a few steps forward. It can't be. Vane? Why is he here? Where's he been? Did he look different? A million questions surface, but before there's time to think about any of them, I'm already running after him. Crowd around me blurs, while my focus stays on the spot he last stood. Let me know if the music or the sound is a little too loud or too quiet, vice versa. Only in the rush, I'd forgotten to look where I was going. Wait! Hey! Watch it. Great. We have to bump into him. He looks like a jerk, I'm sorry. Just kidding. I can't judge yet. Who knows? The man I collided with utters a panic curse as his things clatter to the ground around him. A few startled people nearby also quickly back away, eyeing us with a mixture of surprise and concern. It's not a big deal. Just accidentally bumped into you, sir. It's not the end of the world and you don't have to curse. There's no time to worry about. I have to get up. Spirit high, because thou heart is lifted as the lark at dawn. For to speak with thee is a rare and merry boon, because the night is calm, the stars do twinkle bright, and the air is rich with stillness and old magic. Such things doth stir the soul. Dost thou not agree? Halloween, are you flirting with me? That's so cute of you. I'm not very good with Shakespearean language, but I'd say you're very good at it. I do agree. As the stars do twinkle bright when you're in front of me. I sweep up my dropped portfolio and ready myself to run once more when. Crack. Oh. Oh crap. Ah. How does that happen? There, beneath my shoe, lies a very shiny, very new looking, very broken beyond repair smartphone. This choice may lead to major changes in relationship characters. I will apologize and make amends because that's the right thing to do. In an instant, all thoughts of pursuing Fane had slipped from my mind in the face of this new scenario. Meeting the stranger's gaze, I quickly removed my shoe from the phone. I'm sorry. Let me help you. Without even waiting for confirmation, I moved to help him gather up his belongings, which luckily hasn't scattered too far. Meanwhile, without so much as looking at me, he'd begun to frantically press the buttons of his shattered phone, all while clutching the device as thought it were his injured child. Come on, please be alive. Nervously, I look at the screen, silently hoping it might somehow be less damaged. Looks, well, either way, I really don't have the money to fix this. After a few more failures, he finally lowers his hands. It's no good. It's dead. Standing up, he Picks up the items I returned to him earlier, sliding the phone into his pocket, and shifts his full attention towards me. What should I do? Him how much the phone was worth, because that's the right thing. How much would it cost to buy a new one? I definitely can't afford it, but it's better to know what I'm working with here at least. Or so I thought. $5,000. 5,000? What sort of phone costs 5,000? He's got to be messing with me. Then again, his clothes do look kind of expensive. Are you making a joke or something? I've never heard of a phone that costs that much. Nope. I stare at him for a moment. Is he really being serious? I'm sorry, but I really don't have that kind of money. Is there any other way I could make up for this? Let me see. He makes a show of thinking for a moment. How about... He begins, but all of a sudden we are interrupted by a shout. Hey hen, over here. A voice calls out, and the stranger before me instinctively turns to look in the direction the voice is coming from. Two new people emerge from the crowd, a woman clutching a name brand purse, and a boy waving his hand in the air to get our attention. Are they friends of his? You get lost or something? We've been looking all over campus for you. He didn't answer your phone either. Oh, you didn't. Sorry. Sorry, my phone got smashed, so I didn't get anything. He holds up his cracked and dead phone in emphasis. Damn, that sucks. Yup. Everyone waits a beat to see if Hen will explain what happened, but he doesn't elaborate any further. He simply shrugs. Only then does the girl seem to notice me. Oh, who's this? Another fan? She seems to study me for a moment. Fan? Should I be offended? It's late for me, so I will be seeing you. Have a good rest of your stream. It was lovely. Thank you, Ra. You're very kind, and thank you so much for the follow. I hope to see you soon. Have a very good night. Now, nice to meet you. No, I'm just a person that broke his phone. Hopefully, of course. You might see someone else here, but we're all basically the same. I'm a possible new collab. Why do you wink at me like that? And cuts me off suddenly, sending the most suggestive winks to the other two. It must have been enough because they nod understandingly. Wait, what collab? Does that mean? Gotcha. We'll head back to the gym then. Join us after when you're done. Done with what? They're clearly not even trying to include me in this conversation. Without providing me with even a single shred of further context, the two walk off to the other end of the auditorium. And turns back towards me as if nothing just happened. Alright, let's go. I have the perfect idea. Without so much as waiting for further confirmation, he'd already begun to move, clearly expecting me to follow. Fine, we'll go. I do own him a phone, technically. Hi, sexy. Green Spider stopping by to say hi before bed. Oh, thank you, sexy. You have a very lovely evening and a very good night. It's very nice seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. Good night now. It's not like I have much of a choice on whether I want to go or not. I hesitantly follow, walking a few steps behind him. Once he notices me following, and half turns, gives me an unreadable look. What? But he continues walking right after. What was that? Whatever. Should just get this over with. I just really hope I won't regret this. As we silently walk towards the venue exit, I am left alone to imagine what could possibly it's away. Try. Much better. Okay. None of my guesses are particularly assuring. We exit the venue. He looks around for just a moment, then continues down the street. Well, it doesn't seem like he's going to talk to me. Maybe I should talk to him. I could ask about that collab he mentioned earlier. I'm going to ask him about. Hey, about that collab you mentioned. What did that mean by possible new collab? What collab? Collab? Oh. Well, if you pay for something like, say, candy, and I get something like, say, candy, then that's a collab, right? A mutual agreement between two individuals to each contribute towards a common goal. That goal being to heal my broken heart after the tragic loss of my phone. He wants me to buy him candy. Or so they say. My questions are given to no answers as he turns and continues onwards, without so much as waiting for my response. Well, whatever he wants, he's clearly not going to give me a proper answer. I guess at least we're still in a fairly populated part of town. Can't think of much he could pull here. So we're at the store. Or I can even contemplate what would happen next. N has already wandered off, swiftly vanishing into one of the more distant aisles. Okay then. I slowly follow after him. Turning the corner, I spot him, already crouched in front of a shelf lined with a variety of gummies. Is he seriously making me pay for his candy? He looks up at me as I approach, and immediately extends a selection of packages in my direction, an expectant look on his face. Hold these. I soon find my arms entirely occupied by a large pile of candy. What am I? A shopping cart? With his hands now freed up, he seems to stare at the candy selection seriously for a few moments. Apparently torn between a pack of multicolored frog gummies and what appears to be a foreign brand of whale gummies. What do you think? Blue whales or tree frogs? This is probably the most serious look I've seen from him so far. Why not both? Just get both. I briefly glanced down at the already ridiculous pile of candy in my arms, wondering why he's suddenly showing some restraint. I can't do that. Don't you see? I need to watch my health. I couldn't possibly. This is him watching his health? He contemplates the 2 bags as if they were bars of gold, weighing one in each hand. Like 1 bag of candy more or less changes anything here. This is already a ridiculous amount of sugar. My thoughts are interrupted as I feel the weight in my arms increase. An additional 2 bags placed into the pile I'm carrying. You know, you're right. I'll just get both. He changed his mind way too fast. I couldn't bear to leave one behind. What if at 3 a.m. I suddenly craving for gummy whales? The chewy top and soft base make for such a perfect combination of texture and flavor, but they lack the overall variety of a multicolored gummy frog. The tang of citrus gummies are best to be had in the mornings after all. That's his concern. Who even eats candy at 3 a.m. if they're watching their health? You'll be safer this way. Great. I have no idea what I'm supposed to say to this, and so don't. Instead, I began to count up the total cost of everything I'm carrying. Okay, fine. Let's see here. These would be $3, plus that is $11.50, and those $2.75. This is way too much. Something must show on my face because he points at the pile of bags under the gummy whales. I'll pay for these ones. It's fine. Great. What was even the point of making me listen to that speech? You're just going to get both and pay for some anyways. I guess I can't complain since I did break his phone. Should probably double check if I actually have the money for even half of this. So, is that everything? Yes, that should do for now. For now? For me to eat this afternoon, that is. He elaborates, almost a little too accurately, in response to my thoughts. Don't worry, you'll be completely debt-free once you paid for these. I'd almost forgotten about the debt. Wait, you're planning to eat all of these at once? Somehow, it was the least important piece of information revealed in his exchange that turned out to be the most shocking. Yeah, why not? Matter was clearly important enough to halt his stroll towards the checkout desk. But he responds plainly, the questions almost sounding more like a statement. Going to make yourself so sick. It'll be fine. This is pretty normal for me. This is normal to him? Before I can ask any more questions, he once again turns to head to the cashier. I quickly move to catch up with him, soon placing the absurd amount of candy onto the counter. The woman at the cashier register raises an eyebrow as Hen quickly picks up a few of the packets he said he would be paying for. She's paying for all of these, but this one. He gestures towards me loosely as I begin to pull out my wallet. The woman glances from me to Hen, her gaze lingering on him for a good few moments before she begins to scan the items. Hen simply continues to smile, as though nothing is strange here. That'll be $11.35. Would you like a bag? Returning my attention to the cash register, I find the woman giving me a patient smile. Yes please. Remembering what I was doing, I resumed digging out the cash from my wallet. So, and begins to speak, but is immediately cut off. No, you're not getting a discount on this. She knew what he was going to say. Seems like they know each other. My questions are given no answers as the woman doesn't even spare him a glance, as she continues bagging the candy. Ken doesn't seem to pursue the matter. Finally, having freed the remaining of my coins from the recesses of my wallet, I hand the woman the money. Thank you. Counts the change, then gives me another smile as she hands me the bag before turning to Hen. I stand by the counter as I wait for him to complete his purchase, which appears to be a quick affair without any further bartering exchanged. Okay, let's go. Hen gives me a short, expectant glance, but before beginning to head outside, pardon me, have a nice day. Tearing my gaze from the cashier, I slowly begin to follow Hen outside. Find him standing next to the entrance, not too far off, and I hold out the bag of candy. He takes it from me, placing his pile of gummies inside. So what now? Well, you said that this would be enough to make up for the phone, right? Is this stream set up with sound alert? Yes. Yes, it is, Ween. I'll come. You wanna try? Go ahead. He continues to rummage through the bag of candy. But you said your phone costs like 5,000, right? And then you said something about a collab? I guess I'm just a bit confused. Kind of assume he had something more elaborate in mind. He just shrugs at that. So this is all then. I'm off the hook just like that? Pretty much. Well, that was easy. Well, I should get going now. Okay then. I guess I shouldn't argue with him for letting me off so lightly. See ya. He raises a hand in a farewell gesture, then turns to leave without so much as a second glance. But bye. And so, I am all of a sudden left standing alone in the streets. Well, that was an unexpected adventure. What a weirdo. But I guess he wasn't as bad as I thought. What to do now? I look up at the slowly darkening sky.
This is too horny.
Oh my goodness. Ween. Thank you for the 100 bits. I can't believe you used the bits to play that. Really? Silly. Is it really horny though? I think this is a very innocent exchange of words. I am naughty. Oh my goodness. It is chaotic gremlin time for Weenie at this moment. It's not even 12 a.m. yet. It looks like it's going to rain. Maybe I should go home while it's still dry. But I wonder if that was really Fane back at the job fair. Even with all that had just unfolded, the earlier encounter had never quite slipped my mind. Looking back, I really could no longer say for sure if it wasn't just a complete stranger, let alone why I had felt so compelled to drop everything and run after him. Somehow. Let's go look for Fane. With that in mind, I begin making my way back towards the job fair. The walk wasn't too far, as the store was just down the street from the venue, but I still ended up getting caught in the rain. If Fane's not here, I should head straight home. Don't want to get into trouble for being out late. Looking around, the hall is fairly empty at this point, so it's easy to see across the expanse of the space. But, unfortunately, no signs of him. Maybe I should ask one of the booth staff if they saw anyone matching his description. Besides the light blue hair, I don't exactly remember many details though. I'll just look around a bit more for now, just in case I miss something. Well, it doesn't seem like he's here anymore. After circling the auditorium hall 3 times, asking multiple staff around the hall and booths, and even a few stranger attendees, only conclusion can reach at this point. If it was even him to begin with. Should have just gone home. At this point, I'm not even sure why I'm looking. Even if it was him, and I did somehow find him, but then, what do I even want from him? He probably wouldn't even remember me. And even if he does, it's not like I have the time to be friends with him again. Barely have time for myself at this point. This is so stupid. Just as I'm beginning to turn to head home, however, a nearby display catches my eye. Wait, this is... Without realizing it, I've already begun walking towards the booth in question. Gilstein Community College Student Photography Exhibit? Across one full wall of the auditorium, there are just over a dozen or so pictures lined up in a row, displaying the names of the respective student photographer just beneath them. It's almost easy to mistake how small the classes here actually are, with each picture blown up, taking up a lot more space than normal photograph. I remember this. Back when I was considering where to study, my parents took me to see one of these. Though I did end up going somewhere better, so I haven't seen these in years. Can't believe they're still running these. Nostalgic. Was so focused on my job search earlier that I must have overlooked it. Hello there. What's your favorite VN? Pardon me. I really don't have a favorite one because there's a lot that I do enjoy depending on my mood or when I play it. What my mood is when I play it gives a different feeling to me every time, so I think it really depends on the moment. What about yourself? Have you been obsessed with one lately? Quickly pull out my phone to check the time. Already late, so taking a little peek around can't hurt, right? I'm definitely being responsible if I consider this career research, right? Maybe I'll stay just a bit longer. That's tough. I'm over 100 by now. That is very impressive. What do you call yourself? What is your favorite genre? Oh, this one isn't bad. Not bad at all. It's a lot easier to slowly navigate from one image to the next now with a lack of crowds. Don't say that. How can I possibly call you that? You don't tell me. Say your name in numbers. There's time to check each name carefully before taking a look at their work. This one's pretty good too. On the far side of the wall there was a sign that said the exhibit's overall theme was Corners of Daily Life. The theme doesn't seem too strict, since there's actually a variety of photo subjects here. Then, each picture has its own charm, with edges of talent and novice mistakes scattered in between. Let's see here. And this one's by Ernest Pickle. I crouch slightly to squint at the name, making sure I read it correctly. The strip of paper still reads as Ernest Pickle. I feel bad for judging a name, but what kind of name is that? Could it be an online handle, maybe? Whatever. Let's see what this Ernest Pickle can do. Whoa. The picture staring back at me is an incredibly simple one, and one that is very on theme, being exactly the theme itself, depicting a cracked corner of a room. Little motes of dust and debris are the only other visible details in the photo, but somehow it's a little on the nose there. But use of lighting is so interesting. Among the pictures here, this one has the most unique lighting of the bunch. Whether that's good or a bad thing, though. Either way, this person has potential. I'm kinda jealous. Take out my phone, snap a picture for reference. Maybe take a little water break while the ad is on. This makes me miss being a student. Things were so much easier back then. Everyone had the same goal and drive that it was easy to forget a passion for photography work isn't the norm. I guess we all have grown up at some point. Hopefully these students enjoy it while they can. I look down at my phone to check the time once more. Crap, it's already 6:30 p.m. Dad won't be happy if I'm late for dinner again. Well, if I hurry up now, I can still make it before dark at least. Maybe if I run. And so I begin making my way to the building exit, and from there out onto the rainy streets. The walk back home is relatively short and an eventful one. Soon enough, I am standing at the entrance of my parents' house, contemplating how best to explain my complete lack of success at the job fair to them. I guess no matter what, they'll find out sooner or later. Might as well just bite the bullet and get it over with. Turning the key, I push down the door handle. Here goes. Entering the house, I quietly close the door behind me, taking off my shoes, before proceeding to walk down the now rather dim hall. I hear the muffled sound of the TV coming from the living room. I guess they must have already eaten. Quietly opening the door, peek into the room to see my father sitting on the sofa, watching what appears to be the news. Thank you for the stretch weeping. And the care package. Thank you. I needed that. I'm back. He looks over at me curiously. You're back late. Yeah, sorry about that. I got held up a bit. Better not tell him about Hen. Seems like it. You're soaked though. So how'd it go? Find anything? Not really. It wasn't what they were looking for, I guess. I see. He pauses as he looks at me, seeming to consider his next words carefully, before finally relenting with a short sigh. That's okay. We can talk about this tomorrow morning with your mother, when your mother is back from her shift. Get some rest for now. You look tired. And make sure to take a warm shower and dry off completely before you catch a cold. Alright, I will. I pull the door shut slowly. Good night. Night, sweetie. Well then, that went better than I thought for now. I make my way to my room, dumping my jacket and bag next to the door before collapsing onto my bed. I wonder what Mom and Dad will say tomorrow. She has a really nice window. I would like to have a big window like that. I told them I'll try my best to get a job, but look at me. All I got out of today was a load of mean comments and some guy asking me to work for exposure. Maybe that one booth guy was right. Maybe my portfolio is just bland or something. So depressing. Come on, think happy thoughts. I'll just have to work on making my portfolio even better, so they'll have no choice but to hire me next time. Who am I kidding? That's what I tried to tell myself before the job fair. Today was even more of a disaster than usual. What a day. Can't believe I forgot to watch where I was going, letting myself run into the king of gummies like that. Not to mention I ended up trashing the guy's phone. Was me buying him some candy really enough to make up for that? He seemed so okay with it, though it was kinda difficult to tell if he was being serious. Not that it makes a difference now, I guess. Probably never see him again. Speaking of which, I should definitely let the whole Fane thing go. I wasted all that time going back to look for him, but still found nothing. Was that even him in the first place? He looks so different. And who stays here their whole life? My brain hurts just thinking about it. I should probably get up before I end up falling asleep. I still need to eat dinner and shower. I'll try to finish those uploads tomorrow. Maybe send out some more job applications. Chapter 1 end. Mayday. Is it morning already? I must have just passed out. And I'm still wearing my clothes from the job fair. I should probably get changed. I reached down to pick up my phone off the floor. Let's see, it's already 10:30 a.m.? I almost slept through the entire morning. What was I thinking? Why didn't I set an alarm last night? Despite the fact that I slept, I find myself feeling unusually groggy. Achoo! Oh no, I hope I didn't overdo it again. She sighs a lot. She worries a lot and she stresses a lot. Poor girl. I guess I better get up now so I don't lose any more of that today. Putting down the phone, I begin to get myself ready for the day. She probably caught a cold too. Breakfast at the kitchen table used to be more of a family affair until Dad started working earlier shifts and Mom later shifts. Since I've been back, it's usually just Mom and I. Today it's just me and my lonely bowl of cereal. Speaking of Mom, her footsteps approach as someone makes their way into the kitchen. She appears surprised when she spots me. Someone's up late. She sets down a stack of freshly washed tea towels on the counter, filling them rather sluggishly to a kitchen cabinet. I overslept. You better not have been up all night again. You know what I've told you about those late nights, sitting in that dark room staring at the computer screen. She starts off on an all too familiar tangent. I know. Look, didn't stay up all night, okay? Though I was back pretty late, I guess. Are you sure? She looks at me with concern. You're not looking too good. I avoid her gaze, proceeding to eat another spoonful of cereal. That's Mom for you. And after an entire night shift and barely any sleep, nothing gets by her. Ever since I can remember, she's always been able to tell where there was something wrong with me. I made faking being sick to get out of school virtually impossible. I wonder if maybe I really am coming down with something. In the midst of the grogginess, I've been unable to feel the faint pangs of a headache coming on. It's fine. I'm just tired from yesterday. Or so I try to tell myself. She looks at me carefully for a moment, whether or not she believes me. I seem to decide to let the matter go, changing the topic. Speaking of yesterday, I heard from your father that you weren't able to find a job this time either. Girl. She seems to hesitate before breaking the awkward silence that had followed that statement. I know it's hard, but maybe it's time to let go of that internet stuff and look for something a bit more stable and realistic. You've been trying to make photography work for 3 years already, but we don't mind supporting you as long as it helps. I'm worried you're limiting yourself a bit too much here. Look, it's not like I don't know that this isn't going well at the moment, but what do I even say to that? She's completely right. This is clearly going nowhere. No matter what I do, or how much I try, I just can't seem to dig myself out of this rut. All my attempts to find work since I moved back, my parents have failed. And my social media career has been on a downward slope for months now. I should have probably pivoted weeks ago. Found a job at a restaurant or store or something. But I just want to give it one more shot before I give up. I'll make peace with it after that. Somehow. I really don't want to think about this right now. Can we just talk about this some other time? Quickly finishing the last bites of food, I get up from my seat. I need to get some work done. Mom looks at me with concern for a moment, then nods shortly. Of course, we can talk about this later. But please give it some thought. Sure. I've already given it some thought, but there's no point in arguing right now. Guess I should get some work done. Just as I'm beginning to head out of the door, however. Oh, Emmy, could you bring me any dirty laundry you have? I'm about to put a load in the wash. Laundry? At this time in the morning? Sure. The moment the door closes, I let out a short sigh before slumping back against it. I glance at the pile of clothes from yesterday, remembering Mom's request. Guess I better get these to her. Gathering up what laundry I could find, I made my way to the laundry room. Mom? For a moment, I can't spot her from behind the pile of clothes I'm carrying, but then... Mom? Is she okay? I hold perfectly still for a moment, where I see her shoulders rising and falling softly. Head resting on a pile of folded up clothes, she appears to be sleeping. She must be really tired, but this isn't a good place to be napping. I do my best to gently wake her up. Emmy? Oh dear, I must have fallen asleep. It's hard to tell if the smile she directs at me is forced. She slowly begins to pick herself up. I guess her shift last night must have been pretty rough. She has to rest. I'd want to get more job applications out today, but I can't just leave her like this. Why don't you go get some rest and leave the laundry to me? She appears surprised. After 4 years of just her and Dad in this house, Mom clearly wasn't expecting the offer of help. It's okay, I've got it. You have work to do. I should have known she would say that. Really, it's fine. I can do work later. Despite a clear look of reluctance, she finally gives in with a nod. If you're sure, alright. Thank you. With that, I get started on the pile of clothes. What's that sound? Washing machine hums so loudly in the background, almost drowns out the faint clattering sound coming from the kitchen. Don't tell me. Sure enough, a familiar figure stands over the sink washing the dishes. Her head dips every few seconds, already starting to nod off again. Of course she won't rest. Mom, let me do the dishes. I already got the laundry running. Sorry, it's only a few dishes though, and you know how delicate these ones are. You have to wash them a very particular way or they'll scratch. I know. I gently do my best to wrangle this chore from her as well. She, of course, puts up the usual fight before eventually relenting once more. The pattern continues. I would finish a chore, only to find that she started another in a half-awake state. Eventually, I'm back in the laundry room, hanging the finished clothes to dry. And done. That should be everything. The house is once again quiet, without any rustling noises of random chores and tasks. I guess she must have finally gone to sleep. Maybe I should head out. I don't bother her. Grab my phone and jacket and quietly head towards the front door when... Mom, I thought you were asleep. She outright ignores my question, in favor of handing over a wrapped sandwich and a small white container of medicine. A sandwich? For me? Did she even find the time to make that? Remember to eat something, and then take some medicine afterwards. Don't want to end up in bed with a fever again, do you? I guess she's probably right. I can't really afford to get sick right now, even if it's not that bad at the moment. She really is sharp as ever. And have a nice day. Thanks, Mom. Slight chill in the air hits my lungs, carrying the scent of rain-soaked grass with it. After the craziness of yesterday, a slow stroll to the park is just what I need. The scenery here has always been so picturesque and peaceful, and despite the overcast sky, it's hard to not want to take pictures. Been a while since I've been here. It looks so small compared to when I was a kid. I used to play with the local dogs or even feed the ducks if I wasn't taking pictures. I fiddled with the phone in my pocket thoughtfully. I better get started before I lose all the light. Maybe I'll even get something I can post on my social media. I've really wanted to try out a similar style to that picture from that exhibition. Pulling out my phone, I begin to look around for a subject. Will it take rare passerby in their clothing? A certain passerby catches my attention. Walking past me was a somewhat tall lady in a rather chic, fashionable outfit. I politely ask her permission for photos. I try to find a nice angle. She poses around the park. Aha! With a bit more work, this could look like a nice fashion shoot. Maybe. The photo stays lit up on my screen. I can't seem to swipe away from it. This isn't quite it. Maybe if I shift my position a bit, lowering the angle. Now if I just lengthen the focal length a bit, maybe with some light editing. There we go. Not bad at all. I find that the photo I've taken looks strikingly similar to the one I saw at the gallery. Is this really okay? As I look at the image on the screen, I'm wondering if I hadn't end up copying the style of that photo a little bit too closely. Well, it's not like it's uncommon to learn by studying techniques that other photographers use, right? I couldn't help but recall all the assignments in university that revolved around one study or another. I'd posted several of those before, without much concern. It's been a while since I've come out with a photo I'm happy with. I really feel like I might actually be getting somewhere with this. In the midst of my depressing situation, I can't help but cling to this renewed feeling of inspiration. So, I decide to indulge it for now. I continue to take pictures, becoming so engrossed in my work, I don't seem to notice as someone approaches me from behind. Emmy? A woman's voice jolts me back to reality. Looking up, I see a woman wearing an apron with a store logo on it, glancing down at me. She appears to be carrying a large lunchbox. It's the woman from the store yesterday. Does she know my name? It is you. She smiles far brighter than any stranger should. When I saw you walk into my store the other day, I couldn't help but think to myself, gosh, she looks just like Yua's daughter. But then I wasn't completely sure until I spotted you taking pictures like that. She goes on to tell me a story about a younger me carrying around a yellow plastic camera and bragging about being a photographer one day. I didn't think a stranger could embarrass me so much. You've grown so much since I last saw you. She pauses for a moment, then seeming to realize something. Oh, I'm so sorry. You probably wouldn't remember me, would you? It's me, Kim. You and your mother used to come to my family store all the time to buy shrimp chips. I'm still not sure how you convinced her that it was healthier than potato chips, but I never had the heart to tell her. Wait. Suddenly, it clicked. Miss Takai? I remember it clearly now. All the times we'd gone to the store, how the lady who owned the place has always given me a piece of candy from the jar at the counter. But you look so young. I had assumed this had to be her daughter, or maybe just a new employee. Either way, the woman in front of me laughs, clearly pleased by my comment. But thank you. Would you believe I still get carded at some places? And call me Kim. No one's gonna scold you about manners here. She's clearly taking this well. But enough about me. Tell me, what have you been up to these years? How's life? Last I heard you were studying at university. That was quite a while ago now. I think about it. 4 years ago? No, that's not quite right. I'll forget it. Just tell me how you've been getting on. I'm so curious. It's a little hard to keep up with how fast she's jumping from topic to topic. Well, I pulled myself up from where I was crouched. Let's see. I finished studying a while ago. Lived in Roland Metro for a bit. And then I moved back here a few weeks ago. More like my social media career went nowhere and I ended up having to move back in with my parents when I ran out of money. But I don't think I could bring myself to spoil the conversation with that. Oh, so you live here now? Yeah, for now. She nods at that. So what do you do, if you don't mind me being extra nosy? Well, I still do photography, but at the moment I'm mostly job hunting. It's been kind of a struggle, if I'm honest. But I'm sure I can figure it. Kim's expression shifts oddly. My words are apparently enough to shake her smile. Maybe I said too much. So you're looking for a job. The words trail off with a few half mutters, almost as though she wants to say something further, but then decides otherwise. I should probably change the subject before this becomes awkward. So, are you just on a walk here or something? Ah, no. Pardon me. My husband forgot his lunch again, and I decided to take the scenic route to bring it to him. He holds up the lunchbox wrapped in a rather unique pattern. What? What's that? That was an alert. Was there an alert? I don't see anything in my activity feed. That was weird. What? Let me check something. Oh. Oh. Thank you, Marinelle. That's so sweet of you. That's weird. My activity feed didn't show. Thank you for your support, and thank you for using your Prime. No, it's very, very limited, so I really do appreciate it. Ween, that is an alert. That is my sub-alert. A surprise, because it didn't show up on my activity feed. Thank you so much, Marinelle. You're so sweet. Thank you for your support. You too. For stopping by. So sweet. Wait, you're married? I don't remember her ever mentioning a husband before. Then it has been quite a while. Yep, since last year. Figured it was time since we've been together for 7 years. You probably wouldn't remember him, but if you come by sometime when he's around, I can introduce you. Speaking of poor Norman, I probably shouldn't keep him waiting much longer. But it's been lovely talking to you. You should come by the store sometime. Oh, sure. Been nice talking to you too. It gives me a small wave, continuing on her way. She really hasn't changed at all. an absolute tornado. Both her personality and her looks, she's almost exactly the same as I remember her. That's strangely comforting somehow. I watch her walk away for a few moments, then return my attention to what I had been photographing. I should probably take some other pictures while I'm still here. Looking around, I proceed to spend a good amount of time photographing a few more areas of the park. By the time I'm done, I find that it's already past noon. I'll just edit this one, pick out the cleanest shot in the camera roll, and send it to the editing app to post-process. Now, I just turn up the contrast and lower the saturation a bit. The lighting in the picture is more like after playing around with the sliders for a bit, the picture starts to look even more similar to the photo from the exhibit. There, that's about right. Now, time to save it and what? At this point, my instinct to immediately post things stopped being welcomed. It's already been 3 days and I still haven't posted anything new to my socials. Can't avoid posting forever. But putting my hard work into a void and getting nothing in return. Don't want that anymore. I look down at the edited picture on my phone once more. Maybe I'll decide later. By the time I return home, I find that it's already noon, bordering on evening. I'm not really sure if today has been productive or not. I should probably see if I have any responses to those job applications I sent out the other. Oh, you're back. As I walk in, I'm surprised to find Mom greeting me at the door. I was just about to try calling you. Calling me? Something happened? Mom doesn't usually call me unless I'm out super late or something. Doesn't look like something bad happened. In fact, she looks kind of happy. At that moment, I hear the door click open behind me as Dad walks in. I just heard the good news. Congrats, sweetie. I know you could work it out. Congrats for what? I'm clearly missing something here. Feeling a bit lost, I look between the two of them. Somehow I don't have a good feeling about this. What's going on here? Remember Miss Takai from Takai Konbini? Well, she just called offering you a job working at her store. Miss Takai called? I did mention to her I was looking for a job, but... Now hear me out. We realize you're still looking into photography jobs and know that you weren't that keen on taking jobs like this. But it's just a small part-time position and you could still keep looking while you work there. So we've told her that you take it. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for making my decision for me. They... what? No way! The words left my lips before I'd even begin to fully process what they said. I told you already, I'm not taking just any job out there. At least not yet. They promised they would give me time, that I could do this on my own, because I need to prove to myself that I can do something, anything. Please, I can't feel like I failed again. Dad places his hand on my shoulder. Now calm down a bit. We know it's not what you wanted, but your mother and I both worked jobs like this in the past, and it worked out well for us. Besides, Miss Takai was enough to do us this favor. I think you should at least give it a chance. I don't care if it worked out for you or if it was a favor. Don't you get that I might have plans on my own? It's not like I haven't been thinking about my own situation here. Do they think I can't handle it? I can't make my own decisions? They're treating me like I'm a child. Now look here. Of course we understand that you have plans on your own. We know you can handle yourself. It's part of why we'd help you out so far. We believe in you. With that in mind, I don't think it's too much to ask that you have just a bit of faith in us too. We both think this will do you good, and we've already told her you'd be there. Just give it a try, okay? For us. If you don't like it, you can always quit. I really don't like this. What can I even say to that? No matter how you look at it, I own them. I owe them. They're even offering to help me pay my debts now. This isn't right at all. I don't agree what they did here, but I can't just say no. Everything that's been happening is my responsibility after all. Fine. Good kid. Come on then. He pats me encouragingly, quickly ushering me towards the door. What? I look between the both of them trying to find an answer. Mr. Kai says she'll sort you out if you come down to the store this evening. If you hurry up now, you can probably still get there early. Wait, I didn't agree to go there now? The earlier the better. And with that... Hey, Mom and Dad, at least you got me a job. This is very sensitive for her, I guess. She really wanted to prove herself. At the same time, she's not stopping herself from looking for a job either. This is just something on the side. I think she'll be okay. They practically forced me outside. Good luck, sweetie. We're proud of you. The door closes, and I am left alone outside in the dimming light of the evening streets. I stand around for a moment, attempting to process what had happened. It was me. I feel guilty. It takes a moment for me to begin my walk towards the store. Realizing what I just did, despite my previous frustration, I feel guilt all up inside me. I shouldn't have gone off on Mom and Dad. Sure, the way they went about weren't great, well, it was worse than not great, really. But they were just trying to help in their own way. Let's face it, it's not like I was getting very far on my own. I sigh heavily, thinking back through the events of these past 2 weeks. How embarrassing it had been to call them in tears, asking if I could return home until I found work. They'd even been nice enough to not bring that up. Indeed, ever since I returned home, no, and before that, they've been nothing but supportive. I feel terrible. There wasn't any time left to dwell on it. Soon enough, I found myself arriving at the store. By the time I arrive, the sky is darkening and the store is almost entirely empty. Kim is standing by the counter, and upon spotting me, she greets me with a smile. Emmy, there you are. She pauses, and her expression seems to momentarily shift to one of slight worry when she sees the look on my face. What's up, kiddo? Have a change of heart about accepting the work? She chuckles good-naturedly at her own joke. Accepting? Actually, I should probably just go ahead and tell her, shouldn't I? I feel bad just accepting her money, and I can't put my whole heart into this. It's only right for her to know what she's getting herself into by hiring me. Well, if I'm honest, I'm not sure about this. Wait, but they made it sound like you were so excited about it earlier. Something happened? Well, my parents kind of accepted this job without asking me first. They didn't talk to you about it? Did you even know about my offer? I don't know if I would have taken it if I've known. Not that I don't appreciate you trying to do me a favor, of course I do. I just thought you should probably know. Kim's eyes linger on me with indiscernible expression before she seems to snap into a decision. Okay. Okay. Well, you don't have to take the job if you don't want to, of course. It was an open offer, not a demand. Okay. Thank you. Kim's smile is bright and reassuring without a hint of disappointment. If we're taking the time to be honest with each other now, I actually jumped the gun like a loser. I thought I was being proactive, so I put you down in the next schedule and sent it out. I wanted you to be able to start right away instead of waiting 2 weeks. I feel bad. It seems like she really was just trying to help out. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, kiddo. I played myself on this one. What to do. Kim starts to tap her finger against her lip and dot. How about this? Would you be willing to take the position for just 2 weeks until the schedule is renewed? I'd pay you in full, of course. Even a little extra since it's a favor for me. She gives me a tiny, sly wink. Then you can head off wherever you need to go. No questions. Her face shifts suddenly from one of the mirth to one that's oddly serious, leveling me with a stare. But remember, this is an offer and a favor. You are not obligated to take either. You don't owe me, okay? I just want to give you a chance to make your own decision after what happened earlier. Well, my parents pretty much already think I have the job, so they would definitely be disappointed if I come back and tell them I didn't take it. More than anything, it might be worth accepting this offer just to get them off my back for a bit. It'd only be for 2 weeks too. And I get money from it, which I could probably use right now. It'd also help out Kim with her schedule issue. Now that I think about it, this might not be such a bad deal for me. Let's do our best. Yeah, actually, this might be just the thing I need right now. A bit of extra cash. No worries about making a long-term commitment. And still look for photography work in the meantime. Can't say I'm entirely satisfied with how this happened still, but oddly enough, I feel kind of excited for this. Alright, let's do it. I flash Kim a mischievous smile. Seeing my renewed enthusiasm, Kim seems to perk up a bit. You sure? Yep, it's just 2 weeks, and I think it might be fun. Her face lights up even more at this. She clasps her hands together in enthusiasm. Ah, thank you. You're a lifesaver. You know, Norman would have whined for days if I took double shifts again. She sighs in apparent relief. Hi, Toya. Nice to see you. Why does everybody like the yandere meme? I'm sorry you can't really see the eyes right now. My model tracking is kinda weird, so that's why I covered my eyes. Oh, but I guess it should be okay. There, now you can see my eyes. But it's tracking a little bit weird. So I do apologize for that. How are you, Toya? Let me give you a shout out. It's very nice seeing you again. Your week has been well? Oh, and don't worry about getting started. I'll be pairing you with my best employee. He's incredibly reliable. A real solid guy. And he's about your age too. I'm sure the both of you will get along great. About my age, huh? I guess it would be nice to make some new friends. And he knows this store inside out, so his word is as good as mine if you need. As though to emphasize that statement, Kim nods confidently. Somehow I can't help but smile at her continued enthusiasm. Kim really is a nice person. She didn't have to, but she's completely turned the situation around by giving me this offer. Thank you for this. I feel so much better now. That's great, kiddo, but also time to slightly ruin your mood. Time for the boring stuff. She stands from where she had been leaning on the counter. Follow me. She leads the way to the door labeled Staff Only. She offers me a seat at the office desk and then proceeds to conduct a small interview. Have I worked at a store like this before? Am I comfortable carrying boxes over 50 kg? Am I familiar with certain products? Questions seem to mostly relate to information needed to decide on which task I might be most fit to take over, or how much help I might need starting out. Probably won't be of much help since my work experience doesn't include retail. Finally, we move on to the paperwork. She has me fill out a form, enters my details into the system, and then runs me through my schedule. And that's about it. I'll run you through your task and all the other small stuff during your first shift tomorrow morning. Alright. We return back to the front of the store. With everything done, completely dark outside the store windows. Do you want to drive home? I'll be leaving in about an hour when I finish closing up. As nice as Kim is, I think it would be a good idea to be alone for a bit. The moment I open my mouth, I feel a tickle in the back of my nose. Achoo! Okay, someone is clearly sick. Not going out in that rain today. It's hard to argue with her, as there seems to be a headache coming on with another sneeze. You go sit over there by the counter, and I'll double time the cleanup so we can get you home. True to her word, Kim finishes about half an hour later and shuffles me back home in her car. Arriving home, I am almost immediately with my dad. So, how'd it go, sweetie? Did you manage to calm down a bit? Actually, still kind of annoyed, but talking to Kim has helped me a bit. It's probably best if I don't mention the misunderstanding, but I'm only going to be working 2 weeks though. For now, I'll just let him believe it's a permanent. Mom, out already? She must be at work, or she'd definitely be here prying for more info with him. Yeah, she left a few minutes before you arrived, actually. So, do you know when you're starting work yet? Tomorrow morning. Passing him in the hallway, I walk towards my room. You're going to bed already? Yep. I know you're annoyed with us, but really do want what we thought might be best for you. Okay. Sleep well, sweetheart. Good night. I walk into my room, closing the door behind me. What a day. Get myself ready for bed. Scroll through my social media feed, mindless stream. Should probably post something to my socials before bed. I really can't delay it further. look into my gallery to pick out any old photos I could use for now. But I don't have to scroll very far. One of the pictures from this afternoon catches my eye. Oh, this is the one from the park. The little square displays the image that I had taken to emulate the picture from the exhibit. It's sad that this is the only photo I'm happy with. It's not even my normal style. What does that say about my own skills? I should post it and get to bed. I'm still feeling a bit sick after yesterday. Without double checking, I hit the post button, set my alarm, set my phone face down. Better to go to sleep now since I start work tomorrow. Chapter 2 end. Wrong or right? Right or wrong? Is it time for work already? At least my headache is gone. The medicine really did help. Swiping blindly for my phone, I managed to get a hold of it without entirely shaking off my blanket. Yup, it's 7:30 a.m., and I'm already starting to regret this. Being late on my first day probably wouldn't look good though. I slowly began to pull myself out of bed, getting ready for the workday. As I enter the kitchen, I am surprised to catch the scent of freshly cooked food lingering in the room. Has someone been cooking? Look around, only to spot a cover-up plate and glass on the kitchen counter. A note seems to be left beside it. What's this? The note reads, "Remember to eat. Orange juice in the fridge. Good luck on your first day." Dad cooked me breakfast? I removed the covering to find some pancakes and chopped melons. He must have gotten up really early to make this for me, even after everything that happened last night. I hesitate for a moment, then take a seat. As I eat breakfast, I decide to quickly pull out my phone to check my emails. Nothing as expected. I guess I'll take a look at my socials. I might save here. I don't know how long this game demo will go. Let me see. Yeah, I can look at it. It looks like it might be longer. I'm gonna double check something. I don't know how long it will take. I feel like it might take a little longer than usual because it's already 2 hours and I'm on the next chapter so far. So I'm going to assume it's gonna be at least another hour. But it is getting very late for me. We'll call it a day. We're gonna move back. Yes. Move back. Okay, and then we'll check. Let's see who we can raid. Also, thank you so much for coming by, trying out this visual novel demo with me. I hope you all can visit a friend for sure. It might be a little bit more fun and chaotic. And it's not gonna be as soft as this stream, but I hope you enjoy. A big thank you to Win. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for coming by. And Miranel for the sub as well. Thank you so much for the new follows. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. And if you guys would like to check out Diffraction, a visual novel demo, it is available to wishlist on Steam right now. Feel free to check them out, and feel free to check out their Twitter as well. I believe called Diffraction VN. If you guys enjoyed the stream, let us kick off to support another friend of ours. His name is Happy Asian Slime, and is currently playing Sailblazers, I think, with another friend of his, and they're doing a collaboration stream with I think 2 other friends as well. So his name is Happy Asian Slime. So yeah, let's give him some support. Get our raid message ready. We'll just do Spooter raid, because that's us. We're just Spooter. Well, let's do 3 purple hearts. I love you, purple much, right? So this is our raid message that we're gonna be sending out to Happy and Slime. And we'll get the raid ready. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by and giving my stream a chance. And it's very nice to meet all the new people I have never met. Well, my name is Emerald. You can call me Emmy. And hopefully, we'll see each other next time. Have a very good night, and have a very good rest of your day. Goodbye now.